Good afternoon, hockey fans, and welcome to MC Media's streaming coverage of the 17th annual Timber Cup.
Bon après-midi, chers partisans de hockey. Bienvenue à la deuxième journée de couverture MC Media de la 17e édition de la Timber Cup.
My name's David Doucette, and I'll be doing the English play-by-play for MC Media.
Mon nom est Francis Robichaud et je ferai les commentaires play-by-play en français pour MC Media.
Our sixth match featuring the Paramba Sharks versus the Sydney Academy Wildcats.
Notre sixième match va voir les Maraches de Paramba affronter les Wildcats de Sydney Academy.
Thanks for joining us. Enjoy the game.
Merci pour nous joindre. Bon match!
Good afternoon, hockey fans, and welcome to MC Media's continuing streaming coverage of the 17th annual Timber Cup, coming to you from the Yarmouth Mariner Center in Yarmouth, Nova Scotia. Today's matchup featuring the Paramba Sharks against the Sydney Academy Wildcats. My name's David Doucette. With me today for this game, Brian Camo. And Brian, I'm not sure I can remember a Timber Cup where we've got 3 games left in the round robin and so many things undecided.
Yeah, it's who beats who, period by period. A lot at stake here. As we were talking before, this is where you have to use your head, think about your teammates, not about yourself.
Paramba 1-1 coming into this game, and right now they're at the bottom end of Pool A with 4.5 points. They are still in it though, because the teams that they're against, Eastern Shore, they're 1-1 with 5 points. Shedikov They're 1-1 with 5.5 points. So and
Good
everybody
afternoon,
has
hockey
a
fans.
game left.
Welcome
The
to
only
the
thing we know
13th
about
game
Pool A
of the
is that Bayview, formerly Sir John A. McDonald,
Timbercup.
finished the round robin
This
3-0 with
game
the 12.5
features
points. So
the
they are
Sydney
definitely going to be
Academy
number one seeded
Wildcats.
out of Pool A. But up
And
for
the
grabs
Parama
between these three other
Sharks.
teams is that one other number 2 spot.
Exactly. So the next 3 games are meaningful games, that's for sure. And
Wildcats, a big team, Brian.
They are
so we're
big.
wondering, they've been physical. They've also taken a lot of penalties. So
Exactly.
there's a plus and a minus for that. Certainly a much bigger team and a much more physical team than the host Parama Sharks. But if they land themselves in the box a lot, they can get behind that one.
That's where you have the problem, yep. And they are good skaters. I've watched them. This is the 3rd game I've seen, and they're really good skaters too. So
Opening face-off, controlled by Parama. Parama looking for a bit of a bounce-back game after, I think, being humiliated a little bit, we'll say, in that last game that they played.
yeah, it was a tough game from the get-go.
And that was against Eastern Shore, with Eastern Shore coming ahead Eastern Shore?
Yep,
Yeah, 6-0. Peb in their own end, can't get it out. Brought right back in nicely by Melski. Melski loses it. That's going to be chipped high and down. Lots of scrappy ice right now is because the cleaning for this game will be between periods 1 and 2. So we're not going to see some good slick ice in period number 1.
That's right. Puck will be bouncing everywhere.
Coming in to help out is Maxime D'Entremont, picking that play up. That lead pass just out of reach, and that's going to go all the way down the ice for an icing with 14:06 to go in the first period.
I think if you're Peb, you have to get off to a quick start. Maybe get an early goal, get a little bit of early pressure.
Especially after being shut out last.
Exactly. They were flat last game, no doubt about it.
Starting goaltenders, William Hussey for the Wildcats, and it's Xander White back in net for the Sharks. Maybe an equipment issue is 1 minute into the game. We have a Wildcat player going down the alley into his dressing room. Pass behind, that's White, ripping it around, looking for it. He leaves it up for Francis. Francis has some room. Still carrying the puck. Cycles back, gives up some ground. That pass goes off of a stick. Dumped in nicely by Christensen, sorry, I think I'm saying that wrong a lot of times. Christensen. I knew as soon as I said it, it didn't seem right. Tubrett loses the puck in his skates, overskates it. Puck comes right back out. Peb gives it right back.
Both teams' second games of the day. So they're on even soil there.
Right back in, and that's another icing. It's some sloppy play to begin with. Peb also short, some would say, depending on who you are, and I think you, as somebody with 4 decades of coaching experience, might say, short a coach after the last game.
Yeah, there was an incident, and I think that you have to try to maybe motivate if you're the assistant coaches. And, of course, you trust your assistant coaches, or why would they be your assistant coaches?
Exactly.
So, you know what, you have to leave it to them and maybe play for your coach right now.
Face off, one back into the corner. McAlpine rips it around, trying to get it to Lex D'Entremont. D'Entremont chips it forward. De Valère has it, makes a move outside and inside, but well defended at the blue line by number 22, Cole Murphy. That pass coming up, Parama can't hold the blue line. Ellis chips it in, absorbs the check by Melski. Long stretch pass, skips over a stick. Tips on McAlpine's though, so no icing. McAlpine loses the puck, wraparound attempt. Nobody can find it. There's the shot, and there's another save by Xander White. Little sloppy in their own end, and I don't think Peb can afford to do that.
No, I don't think you want to get behind again. And there's been, so far it's been kind of just little chippy or choppy hockey. And I think that's really the first scoring opportunity we've seen. And it wasn't a super one, but every shot.
I would think the second attempt, when the puck bounced loose, the wraparound shouldn't score if the goaltender sees it coming. But when the rebound pops out and your defense can't clear the zone, that's when things can get really tricky.
Exactly. That's when you have the issue.
McLeod tries to pop it up to Tubrett. Can't do it. Up along the boards. Peb being pushed off the puck. Finally, they do come away with it. That's Colby Dayon, 1-on-3, being chased from behind. He'll chip it towards the goaltender. Goaltender will cover it up for a whistle. So once again, no real flow. Almost 3 minutes into this game. Both teams knowing the magnitude of it. And we're talking a lot about Peb on one side. On the other side, we've got Sydney. And Sydney, if right now are team number 1 in the B pool with 2 wins and 9 total points. But if they were to get a loss, they could certainly easily be caught by either Yarmouth, West Kings, or both.
Yeah, exactly. So this is a big game for both teams.
Tubbert with a shot, blocker save, rebound, just sails by the post. And there, that was our first real scoring opportunity.
That's right.
Chipped off the boards. Dayon makes a nice move. He's got a man with him. Protects the puck. Tries to slide it over. Tries the second time. Well defended. Team defenses. They collapsed on him. And 4 out of the 5 members on the ice for the Wildcats were there. Back in front. Great opportunity. There's a shot. Just slides wide. A great, great scoring opportunity. And I believe that was number 18, Olivier Dayon. Bring me back the other way. We have a breakaway, but no, there's an offside. Halting Charlie Joe Francis in his tracks.
Oh, man. And Francis, I've watched this team all weekend again. Francis is normally a really good hockey player, so we don't get to see the result of the breakaway because of the offside.
Face off. Won by Panamba. Jacquard chips it up. Coming down with it is D'Entremont. Lex D'Entremont goes to his backhand. There's a shot. Plugging up that short side, though, is the goaltender, Hussey. Paramba gets it back into the corner, back to Pache. Pache goes behind the net. Nobody there for Peb immediately. Both teams fighting for it. Chip behind the net. Wildcats come away with it. Number 22 double teamed, and that's Murphy double teamed. Coming back, and Ellis is just going to pump it right back in. Peb looking to kind of keep at least keep the puck in the forehand. Beautiful stretch pass, coming in by himself. The shot just wide, and once again it's Charlie Joe Francis. This time he wasn't on. He was onside.
That's right. Fired it quite high. Quick shot, though. He got it away quickly, and the Peb player was right on his heels.
Coming back the other way, that's McIntyre. Nice lead pass up to Joe Francis. Joe Francis comes on, still onside. Caught from behind by D'Entremont. Still working for it, though. Peb comes away with it, gets it to the point. Breaking out now is Marcel Jacquard. Jacquard has Pache following up. Jacquard goes hard to his right. Around, back to the point, and that pass is picked off, and Peb cannot pinch in and hold the line. Tubbert gets it out. D'Entremont has it, 1-on-2. Makes a move to the middle. Slaps it in. He has drawn a penalty.
Yep.
And that's number 6, Maxime D'Entremont. Makes a nice move to the middle. Gets an errant stick in his skates. And we've got a penalty against Evan Beaver. And I know in the last game I called, Beaver was in the box a few times.
He was there. And that's the key to this game, is to stay away from the lazy penalties where you're reaching and grabbing, and stay away from any undisciplined penalties.
Face-off controlled by the Wildcats, hard off the boards, and Dylan D'Entremont can't keep it in. D'Entremont to Pache, back to D'Entremont. They'll go up the far side, fired in deep. Dayon looking for it on the other side, controls it along the doesn't control it along the half boards. Peb able to keep it in. Once a game, Brian, that's what I do.
Exactly. It's all right.
Murphy tries to get it out. Nice pass back. Slid over to Pache. Pache's got room. Takes a shot. Blocker save. Rebound. Still there. Swinging around. D'Entremont back to Jacquard. Jacquard to the point. Shot through a crowd. Redirected just wide. Wildcats getting it out. They're going to break out with Gushu. Check that. That's Melski with it. Melski pinned along the boards, killing off some valuable seconds. 1 minute, 6 seconds to go in the power play. Peb digs it out, back to Pache. Pache to D'Entremont. D'Entremont back to Pache. Some changes being made. Stretch pass just out of the reach of Lex D'Entremont, and it's going to come 200 feet down the ice. Got to make that pass on the tape.
You do, especially when you're on the power play. We had a little bit of power ball control for a few minutes there. And, of course, a good little penalty kill. So I guess now we get the face-off where you don't want it in your own end.
McDonald and Jacquard. McDonald wins it, but jumping into the face-off circle is Christensen. Christensen trying to fight his way through White's check into the corner. Big check back. Puck sitting in there. It's going to be fired down the ice. Picked off nicely by Christensen. Fires, but fans. Tries to get it behind the net. That goes off the official. 25 seconds to go in the power play. Caden Dayon with it. Dayon lead pass up to Christensen. Christensen makes a move. Gains the blue line. Not sure he knows what to do with it. Gives it up to D'Entremont. To Sams. Back to the point. There's a shot through a crowd, and that goes high into a player's chest as it redirects and catches him just underneath the chin. He's going right to the bench. Back to 5-on-5 hockey. Halfway through period number 1. Sams gains the blue line. Stick handles in. Still has control. Tries to get it back to Cutro. Back to the point. D'Entremont keeps it in. Throws it into an empty corner. Cole Murphy gets it back to the point and not out. Held in nicely at the line by Peb. There's a shot. Glove save. Rebound in the corner. Back up to the point. Fired towards the net again. That one just sails wide. Pinching in on the other side is Maxime D'Entremont. Sams keeps that. Makes a nice move. Gets around 2. Coming in. Tries to go upstairs. Has it behind the net. Another nice save by Hussey. Puck goes on the other side. It's going to be chipped off the glass and into the neutral zone.
So far, shots on goal are 6-1 for Peb. Sydney has not done a whole lot.
Christensen overskates the puck. He's been on a while. I think he needs to dump that in and peel away.
Change,
and that's exactly what he's doing, and he's not doing it fast.
No, I think he's pretty tired.
Murphy in his own end for the Wildcats. Cross ice pass to Morneau. Morneau cross gets it back on the near side. It comes up. Dayon knocks it down with a high stick, but it's touched by the Wildcats next. McLeod scoops it in. Right back out. Coming back out now is Dayon. Dayon with a pass out in front, just out of the reach of 2 of his players. Peb can't hold the line, but backing up is D'Entremont. D'Entremont goes off the boards. He's going to get it back to Olivier D'Entremont. His pass picked off nicely by Joe Francis. Peb fires it in. That's knocked down by Murphy. Murphy with another stretch pass, this time to Beaver. Beaver tries to get the pass over. Second attempt goes off of the stick of Captain Dylan D'Entremont, breaking up that play. D'Entremont on the near side. Gets the puck into the neutral zone. Wilcox uses the boards to advance it for the Wildcats. No icing. Francis behind his own net, stops. Gets it up to Tubret. Tubret pinched along the play by Lex D'Entremont. D'Entremont using some physicality in the corner. Nice exit pass to Melski. Melski gains the blue line. He's 1-on-4, stops. Cross ice pass. Bounces weirdly off the boards and comes out. Good work. Good work coming out there by Marcel Jacquard, getting the puck deep, and a good forechecking effort for the Sharks.
The penalty coming up here.
Breaking in. Good move. Might get the shot away. There's a shot just wide. And Peb touches the puck, and we're going to get a tripping penalty. And there it is. And behind the play, once again, we've called them lazy penalties.
Yeah, exactly.
Getting the stick where you know you shouldn't get the stick.
And a lot of times you're getting tired or whatever, but you still can't just reach in or just trip. Doesn't work for you. And so far, I mean, Peb, we watched the Peb game this morning. It's so far a different team than started the game this morning. But Sydney, I think, scored 11 this morning on Digby, or was it 10?
A lot.
A lot. and their flow, their game isn't what it was this morning either.
The football score.
Yeah, exactly.
But Peb is not Digby as well.
No, exactly.
Murphy comes in. He's got some room. Tries to slide the pass across the ice to Beaver. Check that. That's not Beaver. Good move there, though. Coming in. There's a shot, and it just goes wide. Off of a body. Murphy at the point. Slides it down to Joe Francis. Joe Francis gets the return pass. Taking a look. Saucer pass in front. Peb's looking to get it. They can't. Great work there, keeping that puck alive by Melski. Great hands. Melski gets it back to the point to Murphy. Murphy shot through a crowd. Glove save. Puck into the corner. 1:20 to go in the power play. Quick pass up to Francis. Score!
Beautiful goal up over the glove. Second shot of the power play. And it's a big one.
Number 9, Charlie Joe Francis opens the scoring on the power play.
No mistake on that, up over the glove. And I like to call those goal scorers goals. You earned it, you got into where you needed to be, you picked the top corner.
And here's the Timber Cup replay. The pass is going to come out. You're going to see White come out a little bit, but yeah.
He beat him fair and square.
Beat him fair and square.
Yep.
It was a beautiful shot from a tough angle to get him. He's right there on the circle. Pass in front, off of Peb's skate. And right now, Peb is working on being shut out the last game and now 3.5 minutes away from another period without a goal. Really looking to try to get on board. Sam's back, tries the wraparound. And the net comes off, I'm going to assume. Yes, that's what it is.
Yep. Good pushback by Peb, which is what you need right now. You need a pushback of some kind to get back in this thing. Only down by one shot, and you have a tie so far into the period.
Face off to the right of William Hussey. Face off controlled by the Wildcats. They break out of their own end. That's Beaver with it. Beaver with some good speed through the middle. Splits the defense, comes in, gets pulled down. Goaltender pokes it away. Peb has it. There it is. Is it a penalty shot? Let's wait and see. Nope, it's just a
got
trip.
him on the trip. So we're going to second power play in a row for Sydney.
And here it is. Great effort by Beaver.
Oh,
Getting around one, splitting the defense.
And I don't necessarily think that's a bad penalty to take. I guess it's a mixed thing as a coach. You would give the guy the breakaway, or do you take the penalty?
Two defensemen should not be put in the position of having to take
exactly.
that penalty.
When you skate through three
One
players.
on two.
Yep. Exactly. I agree with you 100%. And when you're skating through three players with the puck.
Off the boards. Coming out with it, there's Jacquard. Jacquard trying to maneuver through. Back in his own end, that's Tubritt with it. Tubritt slides the pass over to Murphy. Murphy back to Tubritt. Tubritt makes a move through the neutral ice, and now it's Murphy back to Tubritt. They're playing some give and go.
Yep.
Being chased down by Peb. What I have noticed, however, and we've seen it so far, is there's a lot of individuality in the Sydney Wildcats game, City Academy Wildcats game.
Yeah, there's not a lot of passing.
Yeah, they take the puck, and they've got some great skaters, and they go through the ice, and we just saw it there. It was just going to two different people as they're looking to kind of make their way through.
Yeah.
If you can play that well as the opponent, then you should be able to do something to be against that.
Exactly.
To defend that.
Yeah. And it's just a matter of you're not seeing a lot of passing. I agree with you.
And here we are again. Tubritt, end to end. Down behind the net. Looks in front. Cross ice pass. Goes off of a skate. And he'll have to try again. 44 seconds. Tubritt still has it. Finally does give it up to Joe Francis. Joe Francis, the goal scorer, comes in. There's a shot. Pad save. White. Joe Francis put himself in a great scoring location there.
And that was a nice little pass, actually.
Just dropping it back.
Just thinking, it's got to be a team game here.
Peb picks that off. D'Entremont with the shot. That sails high. Lex D'Entremont shorthanded with the shorthanded attempt there on the pass that was deflected into the corner. McIntyre with it now. He has his stick swiped at. Cole Murphy up to White. White goes cross ice. Puck into the corner. D'Enchemont looking for the puck. Getting there first is going to be McIntyre. Puck pops out. We're under a minute to go. Nice lead pass to Christensen. Christensen comes in, loses control, gets it back, puts it between the defender's legs, but well defended at the last minute by number 11, Brady McDonald. McDonald now carries the puck in, drop pass. There's a quick shot. That one sails wide. White holds it in on the near side. Redirecting, just slims by the post. And that would have been a
heartbreaker that late.
Heartbreaker late in the period. Christensen knocks that one down. He falls. Coming back with it is Maxime D'Enchemont. D'Enchemont carries it down. Runs into the player. They both fall down. Big heavyweight collision there.
Yeah. That's the first real physicality we've seen.
That one's going to skip down the ice. And with 5 seconds to go, that should just about do it for period number 1. They'll fire it all the way down, and there's the horn. Shots on net, 8-5 in favor of Paramba over Sydney, and a lot of those shots early in the period. I think they were up about 6-1 to begin with.
Exactly, and then it's Sydney's kind of taken over after that power play goal.
Power play goal by number 9, Charlie Joe Francis. He had a second opportunity later in the period, just missed. Obviously somebody you're going to have to be careful of if you're the defenders for Pep.
Yeah.
While the Zamboni comes on to take a break, we'll remind everyone that the score is the Sydney Academy Wildcats 1, the Paramba Sharks no score. We'd like to thank everyone for watching MC Media's streaming coverage of the 2024 Timber Cup. On behalf of myself, David Doucette, and my partner of this game, Brian Camo, thanks for joining us. We're going to take a break and be back for the start of period number 2.
Et tout le monde là est en fait choqué à propos de la vie en Acadie. Ma c'est-tu pas si belle? Des belles maisons et des belles églises. Et de temps en temps on a des surprises. Tout le monde chante et tout le monde danse pour le Saint-Esprit. Ah ouais! Marche, 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 parce que tout le monde cherche une petite miette d'amour pour le restant de nos jours. Marche, 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 parce que tout le monde cherche une petite miette d'amour pour le restant de nos jours. Marche, 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 parce que tout le monde cherche une petite miette d'amour pour le restant de nos jours.
Welcome back, hockey fans, to MC Media's continuing coverage of the 2024 Timber Cup. After one period complete, we've got the Sydney Academy Wildcats 1 and the co-host Paramba Sharks no score. Brian, Paramba's been on a bit of a downer scoring-wise. That's 4 periods in a row now.
Without a goal.
Without a goal. And you'd have to think that they're feeling a little snake bit.
Yeah, and you start to grip your stick more tighter. Everything starts to not slow down. It actually speeds up because you're starting to think, man, we're getting desperate, and we're almost, not quite yet, but the next goal is huge, I would believe.
Even looking at points, because Sydney just comes away with full points already for that, so they're already up to 10 points now, right to the moment. Paramba loses a point, so even if they win the next 2 periods in the game, the most they can get is 4 points, which gets them to 8.5. Boy, every period they lose puts them just a little further back from ever climbing out of the hole.
Exactly. You're fighting and fighting and fighting to get out of it.
Dayan fires the puck in. Takes a big hit from Tubritt as he does it. Paramba with the puck. They'll cycle it down low, looking for Jacquard. Jacquard cycles it down again. Picked up on the other side, pass in front. There is his backhand, and that one's going to go wide. Jacquard behind the net. He'll get it back to Dayan. Dayan pinches up, keeps it in, comes to the middle, gets a weak backhand up, but Jacquard is able to get there and gather the puck in. Good early shift, shot from the point through a crowd, and that's not going to get by the Sydney Wildcats. Lead pass up to Melski. Melski by himself, and he's hooked from behind. No, they called it good D.
Yep.
I looked quickly to both
Me too.
Both referees.
That stretch
Great
pass.
counter stretch pass.
Yep. These guys are very good at that stretch pass. I think this is probably the 3rd breakaway we've seen already.
That's going to be an icing as Wilcox, speaking of stretch passes,
Yeah.
didn't realize his teammate was going to going to his bench for a change. Good early shift, though, by Pep.
Yeah, exactly.
Swarming around, but boy,
Yep.
if they learned anything from that shift is you've got to be careful of the counter.
Exactly. And like you said,
Because this is what can happen, folks.
exactly. If the D-man doesn't get back, that's a great scoring opportunity.
Sams wins the face-off back to D'Entremont. There's a shot. Oh, and that just sails wide. Nice hard shot from D'Entremont from the point. Pep can't keep that one in. They've got numbers. That's Joe Francis with it again. Goes to the backhand. Save, rebound. Steered aside. Coming back the other way, making the change. We've got Cutro coming in. Damien Cutro slides the pass in. Weak pass.
Yeah.
Christensen has it. Walks the line. Makes a nice move. Gets himself into a scoring position. But then is circled by Wildcat defenders. Swarmed, shall we say.
They're very good at defending as far as swarming in on players. They don't give you a lot of ice right now. Right now, they're not anyway.
D'Entremont, lead pass up to Cutro. Can't get it through. He'll back it up, try the other side. Peb, weak on the puck in the corner. There's a quick shot, and we've got a penalty coming up.
I believe it's against.
Cross-checking penalty.
Yep. Again, you don't want to be taking these penalties.
Two minutes, cross-checking. I'm just waiting to see who's going in the box. And it's number 77.
We got Sams.
Ashton Sams. So 2 minutes into the second period, a golden opportunity for the Wildcats to get that ever-important first goal of the period.
Exactly, 1 and 2. 1 for 2 so far in the power play.
Peb finds the face-off, throws it down deep. Skating hard is Cole D'Entremont. That's Francis with it for the Wildcats. He'll stop behind his own net. Take his time, setting things up. Not being pushed, and he's not going anywhere.
Yeah,
that cross-ice
exactly.
pass goes off his skate. Sorry, Brian.
No, I was just saying that it's exactly the way to do it. It kills the penalty, but it also gives you time to look around and set up something.
McAlpine clears the zone. That gets it back to White. White with a lead pass to McDonald. McDonald slides the puck towards the middle. It's going to go right to the goaltender, and Xander White will cover that up. Going to do a quick shutout. Haven't done it yet for this tournament because Crofton McAlpine, he's got some relatives down in Delaware.
Oh, yes, I remember.
Aaron and Tino Catania.
Yes, yes.
So nice to say hi. I'm pretty sure they're watching. So
Happy
I'm going to say hi right
holidays.
now. Pass back to the point. That's Murphy with it. Murphy's got some shooting room. That shot sails wide. Picking up on the other side is Caden Dayon. He's able to find an open area to get it down the ice. Hussey will stop it for Murphy. Murphy being chased down nicely by Dayon, Olivier Dayon. Coming back out. We've got Tubritt. Tubritt carrying some speed. Makes a nice move to the middle. There's the shot. Score! Braden Tubritt with an individual effort from the red line in makes a beautiful top shelf goal. Another power play goal for Sydney Academy.
If anything we should be learning by now, you're 2 out of 3 on the power play. You have to stay disciplined.
And here's the Timber Cup replay. You got to see what the nice move he makes on the inside.
Exactly.
Gets himself in a great location. Goalie goes down. Puck goes up. Right up where Grandma keeps the cookies, Brian. And if anyone knows where the cookies are, buddy, it's you and I.
Exactly. With our svelte bodies.
That's right.
Yeah, that was a well-played.
Dontrema overskates the puck. Melski has it. He'll stop and reverse. Gets it over to Murphy. Beaver tries to get it out, coming back, but that's picked off nicely in front of the net by Lucas Wilcox. Lead pass up to Beaver, just out of reach. Beaver slaps it forward, back on to Tubritt's stick. Tubritt makes a move, gets around 2. Cycles back, makes a swinging pass to the front of the net, just a little behind his center. Dylan Dontremont loses that pass. There's the shot. Score! Number 27, Anthony Melski picks off the puck. Bang, bang, top shelf again.
All 3 goals up in the top corners of the net. And again, you're giving it away. And if you look at body language on the ice, yeah, this has been, we've played 4 minutes basically, and there's been 2 goals scored.
And in the first minute, Peb had an amazing initial shift.
Couldn't get one, couldn't get a break. And the hole starts to get a little bigger now.
Cutro gets it in deep. Getting there first is Morrison. Morrison slides it along to McLeod. His cross-ice pass jumps over the stick of Gushu. Peb comes back, fires it down the ice. That one skips hard. That's going to make it easier for Christensen to get to it. Sam's with it. Back to Christensen. They're swarmed by Wildcats, though. It was 2-on-3, and enough sticks got in there that Peb couldn't do anything with it. They'll chip it down deep. White fends off the check with one hand, gets the puck up the line. McAlpine, and you like that, knowing what was there. The defenseman said, the worst thing that can happen is me touch this puck.
Exactly. There's stuff that when you're down 3-0, you can't get involved after the whistle. You have to let everything go and just play your game. You can't worry about the game Sydney's playing. And again, what you said before makes perfect sense. If you can't shut down the individual, you have an issue. You have to figure a way to stop them going end to end on you.
And a lot of time that means don't let them get that head of steam. You've got to get on them right away. Take away the time and space.
Exactly. You're giving them way too much space with the puck, and they're winning all the battles to it.
Speaking of battles, into the corner, and that's McIntyre with it. He gets it out. Peb clears the zone. That's White back at his own blue line. He'll go, well, tries to go cross ice. Fans on it. Second attempt just out of reach, but it's going to go down into the Peb zone anyway. Maxime Dontremont gets it into the corner, picked off by McDonald. McDonald protects the puck. Big size, right?
Yeah,
they put the Peb players on their hip, and they protect the puck with a big, long stretch, and it kind of looks like the double twin towers that we saw
earlier
on Eastern Passage, and that they get you on their backside, and you just can't get around them. Tubritt with it again. Tubritt taking off the play. Francis resets in the neutral zone, goes cross ice. It's fired in by the Wildcats. That's chipped forward. Francis again with it. Francis gets it over to Melski. Melski dumps it into an empty corner. Dayon, pestered with a nice forecheck, gets the puck into the middle. Peb comes away with it. Dayon gets it up to De Valère with a shot. I think that might have been over the net, but certainly Hussey taking no chances.
Yeah.
Grabs it up by his ear.
We've seen a few bounces today come back off those boards in the glass.
Yes, if you can control the trajectory, control it.
Exactly. Slow the play down and reset.
Puck chase, tip forward, but the Wildcats are going to get it. Beaver with a beautiful pass up to Melski. Melski comes in. There's a shot. Blocker save. White. Back out to Francis at the red line. Francis's pass goes off a stick, but Joe Francis picks it up. Chip back down to Francis. He'll go cross ice, D to D to Murphy. Murphy uses the boards to get a pass just out of the reach of Beaver. Back in his own end, Carl Laundry with it. Inches his way. That pass goes off of a skate. Following it up is Sams. Sams carries some speed in, makes a move to the outside, gets a shot away, just about 6 inches wide on the far side. Back to the point. Peb looking to keep it in. They do momentarily, but the Wildcats come away with it again. This time it's Murphy carrying the play. Murphy overskates the puck, but gets it in. Sams has it, goes high on the glass. Murphy holds on to that point. Back over, that's Francis with it. He shovels it behind the net. Dylan D'Entremont gets there, tries to get it down the boards, does. Trying to get it up to Sams. Sams hit off the puck by Gushu, and following up is Murphy, 2-on-1. It seems every time there's a puck, there's two Wildcats taking it away from a Shark.
Their feet haven't stopped. They've skated the whole time, and they're getting that hit of steam. I know we keep repeating it, but from the blue line out, it's been all Sydney.
Coming back in. Wildcats at their own blue line. Nice pass. Edged up to Tubrett. Tubrett makes a move to the outside. There's that taking away space we talked about. And White's going to cover that up at the side of the net with 6:52 to go in period number 2. 10 on 10, 10-10 shots on net.
Yeah.
And I agree, right? There hasn't been a lot of shots on net.
No.
We're not looking at either goaltender and saying, wow.
Yeah, exactly. But the chances, and especially on the power play that Sydney's had, they've made the best of. Peb definitely needs a pushback really quick here.
McIntyre up to Pache. Pache lead pass to Jacquard. Jacquard tries to slide a pass over to Lex D'Entremont, but it's out of reach. D'Entremont tries to lift the stick, but the Wildcats able to clear their zone. Coming back in, nice move to get around one, pinching it forward. Can't quite get around Lucas Wilcox, making a nice play to get the puck out of his own end. That icing will bring the puck back down into the Wildcats' end. 6:22 to go.
Again, time's starting to become a factor in this period where you really need some kind of a goal. I think would lift this team, but
and they take a cheap one. They take an ugly one.
Right now.
They'll take anything that makes it into the cage.
On the goal in the game sheet, it doesn't say ugly goal.
That's right.
For sure.
It can ricochet off 5 players. They could care less.
Yep.
And I think you'd see a big jump in their step if it happens, too.
Think so.
You know what I mean?
I think so, yep. You can get a break.
Cross ice to Cutro. He can't get there in time. Wilcox in the corner, uses the boards, gets it to the point, held in by Dayon. Little wobbly shot, makes it way to the goaltender, who makes a blocker save. Pass just off of a stick. Back to the point. Sams with it. Leaves it for the defense. They'll throw it in deep. Cutro not going to get there before Wilcox. He gets it to the point, but not out. Held in. Back to Wilcox. He'll just go behind his own net. Chip forward. Pinching in is Dayon. There's a quick shot. Pad save as he just swung that pad out at the last minute. Peb has it again. That goes through a pair of legs to the point. Held in by Dayon. Cross ice. Held in by Sam. Sams has some room now, comes in on the back end. There's a shot, just wide. Dayon back to Cutro. Cutro leaves it. Going to try the other way. Pinching in again is Dayon. He'll throw it right back in. This time Morrison with it. Wildcats get it to the blue line and out, and oh no, here comes Tubritt. Tubritt nailed and falls down hard. They're offside right now. Out comes Cutro. Cutro's got some ice. Quick shot. Blocker save.
It's been a good 2 or 3 minute segment here for Peb.
Joe Francis with it. Makes a move, has a stick check. Coming back the other way, we've got Cutro again. Check that, that's Christensen. Christensen in the corner, drops it off for Sam. Sams can't get there in time. Great defensive play by Lucas Wilcox. Lead pass just goes off Beaver's stick. Ellis leaves it into the corner. Peb looking to go up the boards. Nice check by Beaver along the ice against D'Entremont, but he follows it up and gets by one player. McAlpine follows it now. He'll shoots it towards the net, right into the goaltender, who smothers it up for a face-off with 4:08. Good stretch of play, Brian.
Exactly. Peb had the puck in the zone for probably 2.5 minutes. And the stretch pass, they've taken that away a little bit. And again, shots on goal are 13-12, so it's fairly even as far as offenses go, chances.
Francis behind his own net, whips it around looking for Melski. Melski taking off the puck. Another Wildcat there to follow up, though. Peb comes in, that's offside. Bit late on the whistle, but it was the correct call.
Yeah, it was for sure. Well, we're getting down now with this almost just under 4 minutes to go, and I know we keep saying this, but they need a goal here desperately.
Face off, dumped down deep by Peb. Skating in hard is Connor Pache. He's got control of the puck. Pass in front. Can't get through. Well defended. Francis again. Francis a stalwart on defense for the Wildcats. I know some of the other players that carry the puck more often get a lot of the mentioning, but back there on D, Francis has been called on a lot to control the play in his own end.
Very solid defenseman.
And this is Keenan Francis that we're talking about.
Yep.
McAlpine slides it in deep. Jacquard with it. Jacquard tries to snap in a little backhand, but he's stuffed at the short side. Coming back the other way is Melski. He'll have to back up. White with it. White, nice check. And that's going to allow Jacquard to come in. Jacquard has a player in front, makes a nice move, tries to slide it over. And once again, good team defense by the Sydney Academy Wildcats. McAlpine rushes to get back to the blue line, keeps it in but doesn't get it deep. Second attempt, McAlpine's there again. This one goes off his player's hand. Jacquard looking for it. Getting there first though are the Wildcats, that's Melski, Wildcats. Melski looks like he got hit.
I think he got stick around the face.
Coming back are Peb. Back to McAlpine. McAlpine through traffic, and Hussey slides on over and picks it up. He did see it all the way. Not as much traffic as I think McAlpine was hoping would be there.
They've cleared the zone really well. They're having a problem getting it out, but when they do come out, when Sydney does come out with it, it's usually pretty effective.
This has been a good stretch of about 5 minutes, though, for the Paramba Sharks. Gaining a lot of O-zone time, getting some opportunities, just not able to finish. And there's another one.
Probably the best stretch we've seen of the 2 games they've played today, the last 5 minutes.
And a little bit of scuffle afterwards, and you saw Peb just turn around. They've probably been warned, we cannot go in the box.
Exactly.
3 goals, 2 of them power play.
2 of them power play goals.
Face off, into the corner. Ripped around the boards. Dayon keeps it in. There's a shot. That goes off of a leg and right into the glove of William Hussey. Back and forth he goes, and Hussey keeps making saves. They might not be spectacular, but they're steady, and he's not letting the weak ones in.
Exactly. You have to stop those little bouncers. And I agree with you, or what you said earlier. Peb would love a goal of any kind right now.
One that ricochets off Francis's shin pad.
Yeah,
anything, right?
Anything. That's right.
Face-off controlled by Peb. Dayon back to the point to D'Entremont. His shot through a crowd. Easy save.
Also, you're shooting everything right into the body, and he squared off well, and it's making it difficult. Not a big goaltender, but he plays his angles well, plays his position really well.
Face-off to the right of Hussey. Won again by Peb. Back to the point. Shot through a crowd. That one just goes wide. Cutro gets it in, collides with Gushu. They both bounce back up. Peb still has it. Walking the lines. Oh, that pass intercepted nicely. Indirect pass from Murphy on the stick of McDonald. McDonald, though, well defended by Peb. And Peb looking to bounce back. High stick.
Yep.
Knocked down with a high stick by Cutro. And Christensen played it next. Bring the face-off back.
All the way back down.
1 minute, 50 seconds left in period number 2. The Sydney Academy Wildcats up 3-0 against the Panama Sharks.
Peb has taken over as far as shots on goal is concerned.
Especially in this last little
Exactly.
bit. Playing well. Can't get the puck in the net, though.
Exactly. And they've been, some of them, decent scoring chances.
Face-off, controlled by Peb. Out of the scrum, they'll pinch it forward. Skating hard up the line with it is Christensen again. Christensen protecting the puck, slides it towards the goaltender, and Hussey just tucks himself into that short side post, gets the paddle down and says, ready to cover it up.
Exactly. He's not giving them any room by the looks of it, and all you got to do. It's not pretty, but it's effective.
And I understand what Peb's doing. Cycle what you can to the net. Hope for a
Exactly.
rebound. Hope for a bad bounce.
Yep.
Back to the point. There's another blocker save.
Put some pucks on the net.
Back to the point again to Ellis. Ellis tries to get it through. Stymied on the second attempt. Getting back to help, though, is number 15, Connor Pache. Pache to McAlpine. McAlpine to D'Entremont. D'Entremont lead pass to Jacquard, just out of his reach. Francis with it again. He finds Melski. Melski gets it out. McAlpine waits, and chips it in. Can't get it all the way into the corner, but does get it into the zone. He's chasing it down his own way, into his own end now. Going to be chased right away into the corner by Morneau. Morneau with a great play. A lot of times the players will just sit in front of the goaltender. He right away chased him right down, and
Exactly.
that's surprised McAlpine.
Right on top of him the whole time.
Pack behind the net. Yarmouth has it. Quick pass. Swing and a miss. And then knocked down. Pache behind the net for some more abuse. No, I think he was interference. I was
Interference
wondering.
call,
I
yeah.
was because I've just from what I've seen, it looked like he didn't have the puck, and then all of a sudden got nailed. And a
Yeah.
lot of times that has been being called with an interference because you
Exactly.
don't have the puck.
Exactly.
And that's indeed what that is. Now, not a lot of penalties in this game for the Sydney Academy Wildcats compared to what we've seen earlier in the tournament.
Exactly. Night one, or yesterday, there was a lot of penalties. Much more discipline, and I would say if I was the coach, I'd be happy with that.
Ripped around the boards. Dayon, nice job keeping that in. Back to Christensen. Christensen back to Dayon. Caden Dayon back to Christensen. Christensen goes cross ice. Gets it over to Cutro. Cutro tries to pass it and fans, and that allows the puck to go all the way down. And Cutro should be happy he doesn't get a cross-checking penalty, which literally just would have been him disgusted with himself for making a bad play.
Exactly. Great work there.
And there's the horn, not even looking that we were that close to the end of the period. Obviously, well played by the Wildcats in the corner, and I believe it was number 27, Melski, realizing how much time was left and just saying, I'm going to pin it against here because I just have to hold it for a couple seconds.
Exactly. So now we have Sydney winning 2 periods plus the game.
And let's make it 5 periods in a row that the Panama Sharks have not been able to find the back of the net.
You gotta score something now. You've still got a minute 29 of power play. Get through that. Sydney has seemed to be able to just throw the puck out. They weren't quite as fast that period. The period went fast because it was a good flow, but most of the flow was in the Sydney zone with Panama being all over them. And just not getting a break.
Now, the following statement is a bit of an inside joke that I won't explain to people, but those that know will know. I think I've heard a rumor that if Pep can score a goal in this game, they're going to get a free cheeseburger from Harb's Diner.
I think so. I think so.
And Harbs, don't worry, you're not on the hook for this.
Yeah. No worries.
Face-off, initial face-off, won by the Wildcats, and they'll dump it right down. Connor Pache behind his own net. Goes on the far side to Dylan D'Entremont. D'Entremont has Dayon. He's going to give it to Jacquard. Jacquard brings it in. Puts it across. Picked off, though. And Pache will have to reestablish control back at his own blue line. Back to Jacquard again. Once again, Jacquard can't control the pass. Does find it. Gets it back to the point, right on the line. Back to Jacquard. Bouncing puck, and it's found by the Wildcats, and that's Beaver that gets it out of his own end. Wildcats make some changes. Jacquard trying to make a finesse play, and the Wildcats are saying, terrific, I'll hit you.
Exactly. They've done a good job killing this penalty so far. They've kept everything outside.
Coming back in, that's an individual effort attempt by Lex D'Entremont. That pass is going to get to the point. Pache holds it in, goes cross ice. Back through the middle, good opportunity for Sams. Can't get the shot away. Once again, well defended, this time by Melski. Sams, indirect pass back to D'Entremont at the point. D'Entremont shot through a crowd, I think goes off a stick and wide. Pache on the other side has it. He'll go cross ice to D'Entremont. D'Entremont once again through a crowd, hits the side of the net. Penalty over. Back to 5-on-5 hockey. Peb still with the puck behind the Wildcats' end. Nice move by D'Entremont to get the puck back behind the net. Quick one-timer, bang, bang opportunity, and Hussey comes up big.
Again, time of possession is for me in football has all been Peb, but just not being able to break through here. And now let's see what's back on 5-on-5 if we can get anything going at all here. I don't know if they can, but it's not from lack of effort, that's for sure. Players trying to sneak in the circle a little bit there.
And both were.
Yep.
13-18 to go in the game. Face-off controlled by the Wildcats. They're coming out of their own end. That's McDonald with it. McDonald chips it forward. D'Entremont's going to get in there first. Maxime D'Entremont reverses the puck. Good work by the Wildcats to get the puck, though. Cross-ice pass right on White's stick. White comes in. Shot redirected in front nicely by Dominic McLeod, and it just went wide.
He was wide open at the point, too. Not a soul around him.
Backhand pass is going to get back. No, White isn't going to get there in time. Instead, Christensen is going to bring the puck in. Makes a move, has a chance. There's a shot, save! Christensen with a great individual effort. Hussey once again comes up big for the Wildcats.
Christensen's had a very good game.
Tubritt loses control. Sams breaks back the other way. Sams has a player with him. Goes wide to the right, comes in. There's a shot. That one goes wide. I think it might have been another save, though, by Hussey.
I think so.
Back into the corner. Sams can't get that. Instead, it comes up to McLeod. McLeod, Sams has it now. Goes to the middle. Is in a good scoring opportunity. Scores! Number 77, Ashton Sams, does what many in the crowd of Parambah fans thought might not ever happen again in the Timber Cup this year.
Exactly.
They score a goal.
That's an important goal. Every goal is important, but that's a good hard shift. First from Christensen and then from Sams. You're out shooting them by 10 shots, but it's still a 3-1 game. Another goal in the next couple minutes is very important.
That one's knocked down by a high stick, but Peb plays it first and dumps it in deep. Whole new game with 12 minutes to go.
Exactly.
That's what we're hoping for anyway.
Lots of time.
Lead pass goes off of a helmet. Coming back the other way. Joe Francis has it, just fires it in. McIntyre's going to get there first. Can't get the puck up the boards, though. Pass in front, opportunity, and that one just sails high and wide. And that was Joe Francis again. Boy, he gets himself in a spot, and he fires that puck.
He's able to find that empty ice, and he finds it a lot. Sydney's offense has really gone south of the last couple minutes.
Well, you kind of wonder, is it the score? Is it the thought that we don't need to push as much right now?
Yeah.
We're winning the game. We're already 2-0.
Exactly.
You know, they're very, very close to solidifying the number 1 spot.
Yeah.
Or at least a spot in the semifinal, which is what they're looking for.
Exactly.
Face off to the left of White. Face off one cleanly back to Murphy. He wasn't sure who was going to play it. Instead, breaking down is Dayon. Dayon stops, tries to get the pass over, and the Wildcats able to knock that down with the high stick. They had to be a little more patient there.
Exactly.
Just let the puck come to
Let
you.
it come to you, as far as that goes.
Face-off's going to go inside. 11:26 to go in the game. Haramba. And they really, though, Brian, I mean, we kind of made fun of it in some sense. Not really, though. 5 straight periods and into, the first few minutes of the 6th period without scoring a goal.
Exactly.
And that is just not their modus operandi. That is not what they do.
Exactly. They're normally a high-scoring team.
Lots of puck movement,
Yep.
lots of one-timers. You know, they get
haven't done
themselves
it so
in a
much
good
in this
position.
game.
And
No,
for
right.
some reason, the well dried up a little bit here in the Timber Cup.
Yep.
And as a result, they're on the outside looking in as we speak.
Exactly. This period becomes so much more important for them.
Dayon with a nice spinorama move, gets the puck. Another weak pass out, but Peb luckily get it out anyway. That's Sams with it again. Sams nailed. And it's going to be a head contact, but once again, slap shot from the point. Lots of bodies down. Sams had his head down, and I said this earlier to Francis. Back in our day, that would have been a keep your head up type of a thing.
Exactly.
A solid check, but not anymore. Now with the protection of players and head contact, and it's going to be 4.
Exactly.
If it's not, I don't know what is.
Yeah, he got him high. Now this is your golden opportunity right here.
And you're going to see the replay here. He makes a move, and he literally just comes up there, and I'm not even sure. You know, I'd like to have a different angle because it certainly wasn't a target of a head by any stretch.
No.
I mean, he was trying to make the move outside to in. He leaned down and got him.
Yeah, exactly.
And it is Beaver again going in the box. He has been in the box a lot.
Yep.
Not the biggest player in the world. Again, so
No.
in this case, it's not the 6'6" player automatically hitting somebody in the head.
Exactly. Went through and got his elbows up. And
Christensen, nice move behind the net. Back to the point to Pache. Pache shot through a crowd. Nice glove save, Hussey. Little more volume of players in front of Hussey that time.
Exactly.
And he was able to see around them.
for the first time, and they're kind of collapsing in on him a little bit. Like I said, these 4 minutes are super important right now for Pep. Well, they're super important for both teams.
You know, with the 2 points that Sydney already has, they could have pretty much be in the semis already.
Exactly.
Back to Pache. Pache shot through a crowd. Rebound. Backhand. Through the crowd. Trying to bang into it. Sprawling all over the ice. William Hussey makes the save.
Doing a Dominic Hasek. Just get in front of the puck.
And he needs to go for a skate after that one.
Yeah. I'm nervous and I'm just watching. Couple of big saves out right there. Second save. And he's down and they're still banging at it and it's under him somewhere.
Face off, controlled by Pep again. They'll reverse it along the lines. That pass, just a little too quick coming from Marcel Jacquard, and they'll have to reestablish in their own end. That's Jacquard with it. Jacquard carries some good speed in, makes a move to the middle. There's the shot, score!
Wow.
Great individual effort by assistant captain Marcel Jacquard. Top shelf. Make the score 3-2.
Exactly. Big goal.
And what that does is, because it was scored in the first 2 minutes of the double minor, here's the replay. Great individual effort, Brian.
Right upstairs. And he made no mistake on this one at all. Knew where he wanted to put it, and he put it there. And now we're down to a 1-goal hockey game. We said that were an important 4 minutes. That's a big goal right there.
Got a power play goal. Sorry, I got to put a little PP by that for power play. Power play goal. Another save by Hussey as I'm writing down my notes. But because the goal was scored in the first 2 minutes of the double minor, now we're down to 2 minutes. They knocked off about 33 seconds or so off of the penalty. And a full now 152 for Peb to try to get that tying goal at the 10-minute mark of the third period.
Exactly. Now we've got a hockey game.
Pache slides it down. There's a shot. Nice save.
It has been pretty well since this period started. All Peb. Not a lot of great chances for Sydney at all this period.
And we had said, and they were doing this before scoring, but we had said if they can score, will it put a bigger jump in their step?
And it has.
And what you have to worry about, however, with this team, with this Wildcats team, is the counterpunch.
Exactly.
Cross ice pass, shot, fanned, rebound, strip right there. There's a shot over the net. It hits a stick and flies over the net. Lots of bodies in front. Peb still has it. Quick shot. That one sails around. Stopped at the point by Pache. Pache goes in front. Great opportunity. Shot off of the defenseman.
Goalie with no stick.
Great work there by number 22, Cole Murphy, making the save for his goaltender. Doesn't get much closer than that.
No, that was exciting.
Christensen again. Goes wide. Slides the pass over. That goes off of a stick into the corner. Pinching in on the far side is Caden Dayon. Gets it back up to Cutro. Cutro back to Dayon. Dayon waits now. Oh, quick pass in front, just out of reach. Wildcats are going to get it. And here they come with that counterpunch we were talking about, but a little deep on this shift.
You don't want to give one up now.
Gushu going to look to keep that puck pinched in there. Peb digs it loose. They're coming out. Gushu is gassed. They've been out there for a while, and Gushu's going to look to get out.
Yeah, he's going to get off.
I'm not sure how that wasn't offside, but it wasn't. Christensen has it. There's a quick shot. Rebound. Can't bounce it in. Back to D'Entremont. D'Entremont shot through a crowd. Goes off of a skate. Picked up on the corner. Gets back to D'Entremont. Shot through a crowd. That one sails high. Pache on the other side. Once again, back to D'Entremont. D'Entremont goes cross ice. Looking for Jacquard. Jacquard shot. Not much on that one. As he shot. Good active stick by the Wildcats.
Exactly. 7 seconds left in the penalty. We have a hockey game now, and the shots on goal, 30-12. I think Sydney's had one shot this period.
Seeing a replay of all that scrambling that we saw.
Great goaltending, and I don't know if it's great goaltending or just where the puck happened to be moving everywhere.
Face off to the left of Hussey, once again controlled by Peb. Couldn't get it back nicely to his defense, though. Going to come all the way down. Goaltender's not going to play it. Kind of think he should have.
Yep.
Pass in front. Joe, boy, and who is there trailing? None other than Joe Francis. Sniper for the Wildcats. Unable to control that pass. That one's knocked down by Beaver. Beaver will have to tag up. He does. Peb. Hard off the boards. That's handled by Jacquard. Beaver waits for Joe Francis to get back on. Slides a pass over. Backhand attempt. There's a shot. Nice save by White. And White's going to have to really close the door now for Paramba as they're looking to get back into this game with half of a period to go. Sam's with it. Makes a nice moves. Pass in front. Steered aside. Lots of bodies in there for the Wildcats. Coming back with it. There's Jacquard. Jacquard makes a move. Can't get the puck, though. Joe Francis rips it around the boards looking for Beaver. Beaver trying to dig the puck out. Sams gets it. Knocked down. Wildcats have some numbers now. That's Wilcox with it. Wilcox makes a move, drops it off. Good work by Peb to break that up.
Great defense.
Jacquard wants the puck and gets it. Skates it forward, trying to out-muscle, which is a tough thing to do. Braden Tubritt, big boy.
Big hit, yeah.
Pass up to McLeod. 6.5 minutes to go. McLeod's going to gain the blue line. Cuts it towards the middle. D'Entremont doesn't make a good play on that. There's a shot. Sails wide. Up along the wall. Both teams fighting for it. Goes back and forth. Peb's going to control it at the hash marks. Cross-ice pass could have been picked off. It wasn't. Francis comes back for it.
I've noticed that the Sydney defense are kind of leery about pinching a whole lot. They're letting pucks get by them. And
Tubritt with it. Tubritt has the puck knocked off his stick. McLeod backs him up, but De Valère comes out with it. De Valère slides it over to Cutro. Cutro back to McAlpine. McAlpine. That pass, I think he was going for De Valère, but little confusion on who was supposed to get that pass. Broken up nicely there by De Valère. Trying to get it by the defense, can't. Back at the point. Chip forward, but it's 2-on-4, 2-on-5 really, as the Wildcats back Omas. Back up to Christensen. Christensen has it. Fired in. Sams gets that in deep. Getting there first is going to be Murphy. Murphy gets it behind the net. Carrying some speed out of his own end once again is Tubritt. Ellis makes a nice defensive move. Counter-punching, there's Christensen coming up with it. Christensen with the shot. Blocker save into the corner. Might have been wide. Going hard into the boards is 17, Francis. Looks like they're still tangled up together. Pass back to the point. Ellis has it. Lots of time. Slap shot. And that one sails high. Sams tries to fire one towards the net. It hits the side of the net. Ellis again comes in from the point. He'll get it in deep. Skips over a stick. Back behind the net. Oh, a hard pass. Really nobody there. Slides it over to McAlpine. McAlpine with a shot. That doesn't make it through. Once again, knocked down by the defense. This time McDonald. Back to the point. McDonald. There's a shot redirected and a beautiful save by Hussey, playing the position the way he's supposed to.
Exactly. This has been an exciting last 5 or 6 minutes of the game so far. And
look at the shots on net, Brian.
Exactly. 32-13. I've counted 2 shots this period for Sydney. And they're hanging on is what they're doing, which is not necessarily a great thing to do.
Back to the point. There's a shot once again, and that one goes high. Peb comes away with it. They try to cycle it back down low. Good work by Jacquard, but he's going to get muscled off the puck. Good work helping him out in the corner, though, by Pache. Trying to cycle it down deep. D'Entremont has it, gets it down. Opportunity pass in front, the shot! Beautiful save by Hussey, sliding across. Back to the point. D'Entremont gets it down deep. Cross ice pass goes off of a skate. The Wildcats have it. Come out and play it, White. He'll just cover it up instead. Some goaltenders feel more comfortable playing the puck.
Exactly.
Obviously, Xander White, not one of them.
And of course, there is a pretty large body bearing down on you in that play.
Here's a replay.
This is an amazing save.
Pass in front. Look at that push from right to left. And he got it with the right pad, I think, after all that.
Yeah, exactly.
Face off to the right of White. 3:53 to go in the game. Face off once again won by the Peb Sharks. They're going to chip it out, try to chip it out. McIntyre throws it right back in. Dylan D'Entremont in the corner. He'll go up the far side. That's chipped, but can't get out. Good work pinching in there by the Wildcats. Peb gets it to the blue line, not out. There's a quick shot. That sails wide. That was a lot on that one.
It was, too. It was a good thing he missed the net.
McIntyre can't get it.
Great effort.
Comes back up to Christensen. Christensen's pass. Wilcox pinches up. He's going to be behind, breaking in right now. Cross ice pass. There's a shot. Off of the body again. Sam's looking for it. Trying to stick hands like he's stick handling in a phone booth.
Yeah, exactly. Tight little area to get through.
Sam's again has
another penalty coming.
Passes in front, and there they're going to touch it. And with 3:01 to go, we have got a cross-checking penalty.
That is a very undisciplined penalty right there.
And I mean, but it's undisciplined, and I agree with you totally.
Yeah.
But boy, we have spent so much time. They seem tired. They seem gassed.
From what we saw in the first period, this is a whole different team. There's been the stretch pass has been gone, and again, this is probably your best opportunity.
Number 91, Noah White in the box. 2 minutes for cross-checking for the Sydney Academy Wildcats. One last golden opportunity for the Parambach Sharks to try to tie this game up here in the third period. Cross ice to Pache. Pache's got room. There's a shot. Glove save. Pache got a lot on that one, and it was earmarked for the top glove side. Back to Pache. Makes a move. Gets away from one. Still has it. Nope. Loses control. Back to D'Entremont. D'Entremont to Pache again. Pache looking for help. There's another shot. Glove save, Hussey. Face off down deep, and we've also seen lately, and maybe they won't now because I'm saying it, Peb's been winning a lot of face-offs.
Exactly. They've had all the pressure really since the second period.
Face off again, won by Peb. You got to be a little quicker on that puck, though.
Yeah, you do. You got to get to it. Everybody's got to be moving.
Back to Pache. Pache with a shot. Easy glove save. I think I would have liked him to change the angle.
Yeah.
He had the time. Don't stay where you are. Bring it more to the center and then maybe fire across your body the other way.
Time and space. He had the space there. The defenseman had backed off so far.
Because the defenseman was doing nothing but make sure that the Peb player
Exactly.
wasn't going to be in.
Give yourself more angle, more space to shoot at instead of the angle you shot at.
And I got to say, though, Brian, that's very easy for either of us to say
Exactly.
sitting up
Sitting
here.
That's right.
Cross ice pass to Pache again. Back to D'Entremont. D'Entremont to Jacquard. Back to D'Entremont to Pache. Cross ice. Oh, nice. As Pache made it look like he was going to shoot, and he had everyone fooled. Shot from the point through a crowd. Not going to get through. Peb looking for the puck, but the Wildcats get it to the blue line and out. 56 seconds to go in this power play. Giving it up for Jacquard. Jacquard's going to fire it in. Looking for Dayon on the far side. Dayon trying to dig it free. The longer it stays there, the better it is for the Wildcats. Peb should be working a little harder than that.
Yeah, Sydney's content to hold it, and there we get the whistle.
And finally, if nobody's going to play it, the referee is, and he was taking a very close look.
Exactly.
The longer you let that stay, the more chance there's going to be in things that you don't want to happen.
Exactly. 5 or 6 seconds ran off the clock there, at least maybe more. We got 1:30 left in the game, 30 seconds in the power play, so you're going to have 1 minute of.
And I don't know if Peb would want to call a timeout, or honestly, I don't know if Sydney would want to call a timeout.
I don't think so. I think now you just gotta get the puck out of your zone, and I think we have to look for the goaltender to be coming out there soon.
Peb finds the puck. That's Sams with it. Sams with a nice move, slides it over to Christensen. There's a shot off of a stick. That's going to keep the faceoff down in the Wildcat end.
They're looking at the goaltender. I would say now is the time to get him out of there. Yeah, there we go. You're 6-on-4.
For 12 seconds.
Yeah.
So you want to maintain that extra body.
Yeah.
Now we're going to see if somebody calls a timeout. They don't. Face off. This time the Wildcats get it off the boards to the blue line. Not out. Held in nicely. Coming in. McAlpine shot just sails wide.
Now it's a race to get to the puck and not ice it.
Down the ice, and that's going to be no icing. Beautiful
didn't
touch.
Quite make it.
Less than a minute to go. 6-on-5. Goaltender pulled for Paramba. Lead pass, and Cutro was going off the ice. So now Paramba is going to have to forecheck and get on that puck. Sams comes in. Sam's got a body in front. There's a quick shot, and he misses the short side. Looking for the return pass. That's going to go down the ice. They need to skate there fast. Oh, and that is... I'm not sure why that whistle happened as quick as it did. Because the hybrid ice tells me the whistle shouldn't have happened until the first player got to the hash
gets
marks.
to the hash marks, which did not happen there.
That gained Paramba at least 5 seconds.
Yep. Timeout.
And we've got a timeout so we can talk about what might happen in the last 30.6 seconds.
Well, I would think right now you want everybody in as far as they can get. And if
whether you lose 4-2 or 3-2 means nothing.
If you're Sydney, you want to get the puck out, but you want to get across the red line first to stop the icing from coming in your own zone over and over again. So the face-off is definitely important here. And I think if you win the face-off, everybody has to go to the net. And if you're Sydney, you have to keep the puck outside, off the glass, wherever. Just don't ice it. And we've 35 shots to 14. It's been a 2-shot period for Sydney. And Paramba has really dominated this last part of this game.
Peb with 2 goals this period. First one by number 77, Ashton Sams, and the second one, a power play goal by Marcel Jacquard.
Yep.
Both beautiful goals.
Beautiful, yep.
So with 30.6 seconds, Peb with the extra attacker on because they pulled their goaltender, will have to get some bodies in front of William Hussey. They've got to do something to disrupt his view.
You've got to take the eyes of the goalie away. I think they're asking about why the icing.
A valid question.
Exactly. And I think that's what.
And not much you can do at this point. It's not going to be it's not going to be a center ice face-off as a result of that.
Exactly.
It is a mistake. It is a bad call.
Exactly. Nothing you can do about it now.
Pays off one cleanly.
Oh, guys jumped in the circle. It's an exciting hockey game. I think like we were 1 second, point a second run off.
Face off again, once again controlled. Shot from the point through a crowd, rebound! Cleared away nicely by, I think it's Melski. Breaking out of his own end. Melski at the empty net, fires it, and he just shoots wide, going for the rebound. Can't get there as well. Still has the puck in the corner. Now it's Joe Francis with it. He gets it down. 12 seconds to go. Coming back the other way, Tubrick gets it, and that one hits across the rafters upstairs, and we're going to probably put the goaltender back in. It doesn't make much sense to leave him on the bench right now with 5.2 seconds.
Yeah, it looks like they are.
I guess it doesn't really matter. Even if they score a goal, Peb's going to get the 1 point for this period.
Exactly.
Behind the net, the time clicks. Peb runs down the ice, but not in time as the game ends with Cole Murphy gathering the puck and the Sydney Academy Wildcats congratulating their goaltender, William Hussey, who had an extraordinary period number 3 specifically.
Exactly. He kept them in the game. Yeah, they gave up 2, but he was stellar the last 2 or 3 minutes when the pressure was on. Great job. Both teams, actually. That was a well-played hockey game once Parma got rolling. There was not a lot of undisciplined penalties. A couple.
No. Not as many as I thought we were going to get today, Brian.
After we saw game 1.
After what we saw, specifically, not so much with Peb, but specifically with the Sydney Academy Wildcats, they showed a very aggressive style, and unfortunately a style that brought them into the penalty box a lot.
Exactly.
And they were in there a few times today, but
Yep.
not as many as we've seen before.
Exactly.
Both teams shake hands. Great game, as it turns out, 3-2.
It was beautiful. The last 2 hockey games, we've had a 1-0 game and a 3-2 game. Fantastic hockey game.
We'll wait for the Player of the Game awards. All important for Sydney Academy. They took 4 out of 5 points in that, and so those 4 points give them 13, and that solidifies, I believe, yes, they are definitely the number 1 seed out of Pool B.
Yeah.
Bayview, the number 1 seed out of Pool A. Sydney, the number 1 seed out of Pool B. That means I'm going to be calling the Sydney semifinal here in this arena.
Yeah.
Not surprisingly, number 77, Ashton Sams, with the Player of the Game award for the Panama Sharks.
He had a fantastic game. Got him started.
And once again, because of his extraordinary play in period 3.
Yeah, no doubt about it. Fantastic effort.
William Hussey with a great third period, keeping his team in it, and his team realizes it as they surround William Hussey after a game well played.
He kept them in the hockey game when they needed to be kept in the game.
All right, we'd like to thank everyone for joining MC Media's streaming coverage of the 17th annual Timber Cup. A great game here with a great finish. Sydney Academy 3, the Panama Sharks 2. Next game scheduled for 6 o'clock. It's already 6 o'clock, so we're going to be about 5-10 minutes later than that. We're a little bit behind. That's really not that bad. 6 games into a schedule.
Considering it's a 10-team tournament,
Yes, exactly. We'd like to, on behalf of myself, David Doucette, and my partner today, Brian Camo, all of the volunteers behind the scenes at MC Media, we'd like to thank you for joining our streaming coverage and hope you'll continue watching our next game, which is co-host Yarmouth Vikings over the Shedikan/Cape Breton Highlands team.
Supper time, so you know you want to eat. Well, $10 a bowl up here upstairs. Best seafood chowder you're going to find in Yarmouth right up here, so make sure you get some.